Welcome to another edition of Dad's Divorce Live. I'm Sean Garrison, your host and editor of DadsDivorce.com. Today we are joined by Linda Jacobs, who helped develop the DivorceCare for Kids organization. We'll talk with Linda about the resources made available through the organization, as well as what the divorce process is like for children. Thank you for joining us today, Linda.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Sean.
Absolutely. To start with, can you run through some of the resources that are made available through the organization?
Absolutely. DivorceCare for Kids is part of a group called Church Initiative, and we have several programs available. I actually developed DivorceCare for Kids, but I also what they call a so-called expert on divorce care and single and parenting videos. So the Church Initiative, you can access DivorceCare for Kids, dc4k.org online, divorcecare.org, griefshare.org, or singleandparenting.org, which all those programs help single parents to better parent their children.
Sure. And can you tell us about some of the major risks that children often face post-divorce?
Oh, absolutely. There's so many. So I'm going to speak in generalities. An individual situation might be a little bit different, but just overall, many children of divorce, their parents think they're doing okay, but children love their parents, and so they're loyal to their parents, and some of them don't want their parents to know they're hurting. So they'll hide everything from their parents and try to take care of their parents, which is not a good plan. As they grow into teen years, if there is not a good relationship with someone, a child of divorce needs a relationship with someone, whether it be a mom, a dad, a grandparent, a school teacher. But if there are no good relationships, then the children are just left on their own. And these children are ones who will have, they'll be delayed at school. Their grades will drop. They may get into drugs, alcohol. They may join a gang, because children are designed to belong to a family. They don't feel like they have a family at home. They will create a family another way. Teen girls get pregnant early on in their teen years. They become involved in sexual activity early on. So all those things can be the result of a child of divorce.
Absolutely. And if you're a couple that's getting ready to divorce and you have kids, what advice would you give them to help kind of ease the transition for their kids and to just make it as smooth as possible?
Keep the child out of the war. Many times the parents are warring, and you need to keep the child out of it. The child needs to be told the truth on their developmental level. So, if they're a preschooler, you just say something like, Mommy and Dad are going to live in different places, but you'll still get to see Daddy, or you'll still get to see Mom. As they get older, you can add more information. But children should not be the parent's confidant. Talk to adults, talk to your lawyer, talk to a counselor. Don't talk to the child. But children do need to know what's happening. If possible, both parents should tell them together a separation is coming up. Explain what's going to happen, and make the first meeting fairly short, because children can't cope with it. The next meeting, add a little bit more information, like Daddy's going to live here, Mommy's going to live here. Excuse me, you're still going to go to the same school, you're still going to see Grandma and Grandpa. Do you have any questions? And then set maybe even a third or fourth meeting to answer the questions. Many children they don't know what questions to ask. So the parents think everything is okay, and it's not okay. The child's mind is just swirling, and they don't know how they feel. They don't know the questions to ask. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
There's just so much to add. Let me just put a quick plug in. I write a blog 3 times a week, and it's blog.dc4k.org. And so if you're a divorcing parent, you can find so much information on that blog to help you. If you're a church leader, a school teacher, you can find information to help you help the parent and help the child both.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, Linda. We enjoyed having you here on Dad's Divorce Live.
Thank you for inviting me.
That was Linda Jacobs of the DivorceCare for Kids organization. For more tips on how to help your children through divorce, make sure to visit DadsDivorce.com. This has been Sean Garrison. Thank you for watching Dad's Divorce Live.